Ladies and gentlemen, today I've got something a little bit different for you guys. Lately, I've been considering kind of putting together a weekly video or show where we basically go over all of the Call of Duty news that has been kind of collected over the past week. And essentially what that would be doing is looking at the future Call of Duty game, looking at Warzone, and looking at what's currently going on in Call of Duty, putting it all together in one video, and then just giving you guys all of the news in one simple video instead of making a bunch of little videos. I'm curious what you guys think about the idea, and this video is going to kind of be a test to see what you guys think about it. So in this video, what we are going to be talking about is starting off with Warzone, discussing the zombies outbreak, discussing where it is going next. And yes, I do have some info about that. On top of this, we're going to be going into an update to the Call of Duty Warzone engine. Is that going to be happening? And then the future of Warzone. After that, we're going to dive into Black Ops Cold War, discuss everything that is coming in the near future. We kind of talked about that on Monday, but we're going to take a little bit of a deeper dive today. And then we're going to end the video by talking about the next Call of Duty game, Call of Duty 2021, and what all of the rumors are going on with that. So start things out, let's dive into Warzone, and I have a bit of info as to what is coming next with the zombies outbreak. So over the past month or so, I've received 3 packages from Activision. The first of which was the captain's hat, Captain Rosenthal's hat, which told us that the shipwreck was coming to Warzone. And of course, as we know, that happened, and inside the shipwreck, there were zombies. After this, I got another package, which had some orange prison pants that said captured on them with the Verdansk V that was sent to me by Activision. And that was telling us that the outbreak was going to prison. Well, yesterday I got another package from Activision, which was a scrub shirt from Verdansk General, which is the Verdansk hospital, with a note that says, "The latest diagnosis, it's looking grim in Verdansk. Escape while you still can. I'd say take 2 of these and I'll see you in the morning, but you won't last until morning." And just a little bit of a side note, I don't know if they were trying to like reference a movie in that, but that's like an old-timey saying when doctors were on call by phone, and basically you'd call them and say, "Oh, my arm is really hurting." The doctor would recognize it's not an emergency and say, "Take 2 aspirin and I'll see you in the morning." And I'm assuming that's what they're trying to reference there, but I'm not 100% sure. But the important part about this is obviously with a scrub shirt saying Verdansk General, and this kind of thing with a bunch of puns revolving around medicine. For example, the latest diagnosis. Zombies are coming to hospital, and that'll be happening probably tomorrow. Now, as far as what this means for the outbreak as a whole, I originally thought that it was going to go to prison and then kind of spread outwards from there. But if you're actually thinking about a real outbreak, this actually makes a lot more sense, because someone gets bitten by a zombie, they go to the hospital, and then the hospital gets overrun, very similar to what actually happened in the show The Walking Dead. So I didn't think of this, but this actually makes quite a bit of sense. Now, this would bump up the zombies percentage to 10 or 15%. Currently it shows 5. I'm curious to see tomorrow whether or not the zombies stay in prison and are also at hospital, or if they are just at hospital. I'm curious to see what they actually do with that. Now, the second thing with Warzone is the engine change. Now, this is a thing people have been talking about for quite literally months, since Black Ops Cold War was released. If you didn't know, Black Ops Cold War is on a different engine than Modern Warfare. It's the similar engine, they just changed different things in it. And that's why the games actually feel different. In my opinion, Modern Warfare and Warzone feel a lot more smooth than Black Ops Cold War does. So a lot of people were worried, concerned, interested as to whether or not the Warzone was going to change as the same engine as Black Ops Cold War. And the answer to that is no. In fact, we saw on a gaming forum, one of the lead art directors, he is verified on this forum, has came out and said that the engine will not be changing in Warzone. So that's great news for a lot of people. But also what this means is that some of the locations that are currently in like the Fireteam Dirty Bomb maps will not be going into Warzone because they have water in them. And on the current Warzone engine, water equals death. So we know that that is not going to happen. But this also leads to a lot of questions as to what is next for the Verdansk and Warzone map as a whole. If none of those locations from Black Ops Cold War are happening, that means Verdansk just has to change. And with the current rumors of the zombie outbreak spreading and then a giant nuke happening, well, it seems as though the map of Verdansk is just going to be changed, maybe a giant crater put in the middle. Hopefully downtown is taken out, because man, I cannot stand people camping on roofs in there. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens here, because with the Warzone engine not being changed, a lot of options aren't available, like adding boats, like adding water and things along those lines, unless they keep the Modern Warfare engine and update it from there. But to me, this is a good thing. For me, the Modern Warfare engine just feels a lot better. But like I said, you can let me know what you think about this down in the comments. As far as what Raven has come out and said about Warzone over the past couple of days, first of all, the first thing that happened is on the 15th, they rolled out an update that fixed an issue that allowed games to be ended prematurely, and literally just everyone in the game would win and the game would be over. Very strange bugs, but they fixed that one. They also had another hot fix addressing an occurrence that with another infinite tactical issue, which meant the stim glitch was once again back, but again, they were on top of that pretty quickly. And then the final thing happened yesterday with another anti-cheat update, and a new ban wave happened. Now, it seems as though every 2 or so weeks they're updating the anti-cheat and banning a bunch of players, but this time they were also banning modders. And you may be wondering, what the hell does that mean? Well, if you were lucky enough, you may have actually seen some people running around with the Soap skin. As you're seeing here, someone tweeted this at me, and you can see that Soap McTavish is the enemy player. It killed him. Now, using mods, people could actually use the Soap McTavish skin before it was actually out, but yet this is just more proof that Soap is still coming to Verdansk and still coming to Warzone. So that's a little thing you can kind of count on happening at some point soon as well. But as of right now, as for this week, that's all we know about Warzone. Let's move on to Black Ops Cold War. So as far as Black Ops Cold War goes, nothing huge has really happened since the launch of Season 2. As far as what we know is going to be happening at Season 2 Reloaded, we don't know anything about game modes. We know 2 new weapons. We know that the Shadow Hunter, which is the crossbow, and we also know about the big sniper rifle that'll be coming as well, the ZRG. These will both be coming, and then there's 2 new maps, Golova, which is a Fireteam Dirty Bomb map. This map is essentially a big Russian town. And then the second one is a 2v2 gunfight map, which is called Mansion. It's important to note that there is no 6v6 maps in there whatsoever. And I've said this before in previous videos, but it appears as though Treyarch is kind of leaning a lot more heavily into zombies than they are into multiplayer. We're getting a lot more zombies content than multiplayer content. And I have a feeling that that's because Warzone has stolen a lot of multiplayer players away and brought them into Warzone, and the zombies players are still hankering for that PvE experience. I could be totally wrong. That's just what I'm guessing. Kind of breaking my rules on a news video, but I'm going to give my opinion as well. So that's basically all the news that we know for Black Ops Cold War. Now, the final thing that we have for this video is Call of Duty 2021 and what is happening with that. So you may remember before Modern Warfare came out, before Black Ops Cold War came out, there was someone by the name of Victor Z on Twitter. And this person basically predicted Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War perfectly, giving away the titles before they were announced, well before they were announced. And about a month ago, he tweeted with a little hammer icon, and on top of that, a World War II, Call of Duty World War II, basically poster. Now, what this tells us is that he is predicting that Sledgehammer is making the next Call of Duty game, and it's going to be a World War II Call of Duty game. Since that has happened, a lot of people have been very, very outspoken saying they do not want a World War II game. And to be quite honest with you, once again, breaking my own rules, giving my opinion on it, I agree with them. I don't think World War II should be the current direction for Call of Duty. People loved Modern Warfare. Going away from that theme is not great. Generally, people want a theme. You may not remember this, but Modern Warfare at one point was kind of like the big thing with the Modern Warfare games, with Black Ops 2. That basically was gravy for Call of Duty and Activision. And then people started to get sick of that, so they went into the future. And believe it or not, Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 had a really good response to the future. At that point, people got really sick of the future, and then Infinite Warfare came out and everyone had a riot. At that point, people were mad, so they went back into the past with Call of Duty World War II, and when they did, people liked it for a couple of months, and then said, yeah, I'm done with this game. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not the biggest Sledgehammer fan. I think some of their games have fun aspects to them, but they definitely don't have my favorite Call of Duty games. And with Call of Duty World War II, it was just a matter of a game that I got extremely bored playing. I could only play for about an hour at a time, and then I'd just be like, all right, I'm done with this. And I'm worried about another World War II game by Sledgehammer. Maybe that's just me. You can let me know what you think down in the comments. But if you're wondering when we're going to find more out about this, there's 2 options. The old method of revealing a Call of Duty game, May. because May is when we'll find out about it. June is probably when we'll get the gameplay reveal. That's the old way of doing things. The newer way of doing things and what they did with Black Ops Cold War is revealed it later in August using Warzone. And they did say in an investors call at the end of Q4 that they were planning on doing that more. So I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't hear about the next Call of Duty game until late summer, which is insane. That's super, super late, but apparently it generates more hype according to Activision. So that's all we know about the game. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments. I'm super, super curious to hear what you guys have to say about another World War II Call of Duty game. When we get more information, and we probably will over the next month or so, I will make videos updating you on this, but it's super interesting as of right now, because it's always interesting when Call of Duty does something that a lot of people don't want. There's always a lot of outrage, and I'm super curious to see what happens with this. So like I said, let me know down in the comments. But that's all the news for this week. If you enjoyed this type of video, be sure to hit that like button. And if you do enjoy it, we'll do more of these week after week. If you didn't enjoy it, you can let me know that as well. And as always, let me know what you think down in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, peace out.